Alright, hello there, welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. Late night edition, or, well, early evening, late evening, something like that. I've got something like 30, a little less than 30 minutes left to do some puzzles on, or to get dropped on No Man's Sky. And I'm going to go up and stream some No Man's Sky once I get that system up and running. Been leaving this puzzle loaded here, ready for you to see if you can solve or pause the stream and for video and solve it yourself. See if you can if there's any problems there for you. This is an easy level puzzle number 364 in the 1000 Sudoku Easy puzzles collection from the SudokuStore, available on Amazon and Etsy. Alright, I think that's the better part of a minute, so let's get this going. Alright, and it is not complaining that I entered something wrong, so let's see what we can do. Alright, we got a 3 here and a 3 here. Nothing down here. So one of these three is going to be a 3, but I don't know which. Oh, we can put a 3 here, and then we can put one here. Now we've got 2 possible for 3 here, and we've got a 3 going in here, and 3 possibles here as well as up here. Alright, how about 1? So we got 2 possible places for 1 in the middle here, 4 possibles there, 5 possibles here, 2 possibles here, and way too many here, not a lot of constraint, and it looks like 4 possibles here. How about 2s? We've got a 2 here, a 2 here, that means this one's going to be a 2. We've got that one, and then this 2 here, so one of these 2 is going to be a 2. This 2 here, and this 2 here says that one of these 2 is going to be a 2, which actually affects this one. That can't be a 2 now, so that's a 2. One of these 2 is going to be a 2, and I've got 3 possibilities here, so we'll hold off on anything more there. I've already gone through the 3s, so let's look at 4s. One of these 2 is going to be a 4. Don't know if it's going to be that one. We'll see. Down here, I've got 3 possibilities for a 4 at this point. 4 possibilities here and here. Wide open in this square, or yeah, this square and square, and this square. And we'll have to come back once we've got a little bit more constraints built in. So we get a 5 here and a 5 here, says one of these 2 is going to be a 5. This 5 and this 5 says it's going to be one of these 3, so I'm not going to mark that. We get a 5 here and a 5 here, says could be one of these 3. Again, we'll not be marking those. And I've got 5 possibilities here, and everything's open here. So on to 6s. You got a 6 here and a 6 here. That means one of these 2 is going to be a 6 as well. Let's look at some other stuff here now. We got a 1. One of these 3 is going to be a 1. Neither of these can be a 1, so up here we've got 2 places for a 1. Got a 3, or 2, 3, and 4 in here. And nothing else helping above or below with that, other than the fact that we now know that we've got these 3 are possibles for 4. Got the 5s and the 6s here, and they're blocked in up here and here. How about 7s? Well, we've got a 7 over here, which says one of these 4 is going to be a 7. One of these 3 is going to be a 7 because of this one here. And up here, that means we've got everything still open for sevens here. So let's come back to that. Let's look at the rest of these for sixes though. I got a 6 here. These two are blocked for sixes. One of these two is going to be a 6, which means this is a 6. With that one, we end up with these two as being possibles for sixes. We've got a 6 here, and these two doesn't really stop any of these 4 possibilities. This 6 and these 2 possibilities say it's going to be one of these 4, but that doesn't help us much either. So what's 7s now? So we get a 7 there, a 7 there, meaning one of these 2 is going to be a 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities for a 7 here and here. 3 possibilities here and here. Everything's open here for all 7 of them. 5 possibilities here. So let's move on to 8. An 8 here and an 8 here. Says one of these two has to be an 8. This one says it can't be this one, so it's going to be here. That's an 8. And one of these two will be an 8. Don't know which yet. We'll come back to that. Over here we've got 2 possibilities now for an 8. And that means that we've got 2 possibilities here. We get 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here, so we're not going to mark those. Move on to 9s. We've got a 9 here, and a 9 down here. Says this one's going to be a 9. We've got 3 possibilities for a 9 here. 3 possibilities here, except we know that with this 9 and this 9, the only cell we can put one in here is this one here. So that's a 9 as well. That makes this, or since this one can't be a 9, that means this one is, which takes us down to here for the 2 possibilities. And up here we end up with 3, but we end up with 2 possibilities here as well. So once we get one of these narrowed down, we can look at putting something in up here. All right, so we'll go back to 1s here. Already marked these 2 as 1s because these are all filled up now. One of these 3 is going to be a 1. Don't know which yet. However, let's see if we can do anything else. So one of these 2 is going to be a 1. Got 3 possibilities up here. Okay, not a lot of work going on there. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. 3 possibilities here. Oh wait, this one's going to be a 2, isn't it? So we end up with 2 possibilities here, because we've also got a 2 down here. So that locks in our 2s. How about 3s? Do we have anything like that for 3s? Well, now we know that one of these 2 is going to be a 3, because we get a 3 here and a 3 here blocking everything else off in here. It looks like we get 2 possibilities for 3 here, and we get 2 possibilities for 3 here. All right, one of these 2 is going to be a 4 because of this one here. And one of these 2 is going to be a 4 now. How about elsewhere here? Well, one of these 2 is going to be a 4. Might be a 7 there as well, which means one of these 2 is a 4. Okay, how about 5? Well, we've got 5 here, and this one here giving us these 2 already. We've got 4 possibilities for 5. This one's going to be a 5. Because I can't put one in here. This says it has to be in either here or here, so one of these 2 is going to be a 5. And that means we're down here, and this one says this can't be a 5. So 5 here. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. And let's see, anything else? We have one of those 2, one of these 2, 3 possibilities here. And still have way too many possibilities here. Oh, how about 6s? Did we get any better with 6s? Let's see. Not seeing anything useful offhand. Still have 4 possibilities here. Too many possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. All right, how about 7s? Did we get anything useful out of the 7s we've done? Ah, here we go. This is a 7. Can't be a 7 here, so one of these two is going to be a 7. And that means this is a 7. That means I'm now down 3 possibilities for a 7 here. We have 2 possibilities up here, and the wide open here, and not really wide open here, but one of these two is going to be a 7. Except that this one's going to be an 8, isn't it? We get an 8, and that's going to be a 7 there. So now we've got 2 possibilities for a 7 here. 2 possibilities here. Currently 3 possibilities here, but maybe we're going to get that fixed. Let's see. None of these can be a 7. So we've got 4 possibilities here. So not fixing it quite yet, but we're getting along. All right, so one of these two is going to be an 8. One of these two is going to be an 8. I've got a 4-9-4-9 pair here locked in, so that means the 8's going to have to go here. That turns this into a 1, turns this into an 8. That becomes not an 8. And let's see. Now we've got 2 possibilities for a 1 here. And let's see, anything else we can make useful here? Well, it solves the remaining one here. Since we've got a 1, a 2, and a 3, a 4 here, 5, 6, that makes this into a 7. So now we have those 2 possibilities for a 7, these 2 possibilities for a 7, which means that can't be, that one is. Let's see. 2 possibilities up here and 2 possibilities here, so that's going to be, not right. This one can't be a 7, so that's a 7. This is a 4, and this is going to be the remaining number, which looks like it's an 8. Okay, what's missing here? We've got, looks like it's going to be a 1. So that's not a 1. That's going to be a 1. This is going to be a 9. We got an 8 here. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3. One of these two is going to be a 5, it looks like. Too wide open for 5 dictations yet. All right. We do know that one of these 4 is going to be a 5. Hey, this is not going to be an 8 now, so that makes this one an 8, this one a 5. That locks in the 6, and this one becomes a 1. 1, 2, 2 3s here. It looks like 2 4s are the other option. Down here, we've got a pair of 4s as a possibility, and a possible pair of 6s. One of those two is going to be a 4 or a 6. The other is going to be the other. All right, up here we've now got 1, 2, 3, pair of 4s, wide open, 3 possibilities for 5, 2 possibilities up here. How about 4s? Do we get anything better up here now? Nope, not yet. So pair of 4s here. We now know that one of these two is going to be a 5. One of these 3 could be a 5. How about a 6 here? Anything there? One of these two is going to be a 6. Makes this into a 5. This becomes a 6. So this one now, nope, don't know for sure. Actually, yes, we do. One of these two is going to be a 5. Not going to be this one, so 5 here, not a 5, 5 here. That makes this into a 3. One of these two is going to be a 1, it's going to be this one, so that makes this into a 4. This becomes a 7. Up here we've got a 3 and a 1. One of these two is going to be a 4. We'll come back to that. This is no longer going to be a 5, so that's a 7. This one becomes a 5. Let's undo that 7. This one becomes a 5. This one down here, well, let's undo that 5 too. We just know this one can't be a 5. Actually, yes, we can say that's going to be a 5. Just looking at the possibilities. This one and this one block these 2 columns. This one and this one block these 2 rows, so that is a 5. So we get a 1. This is not a 7. This is also not a 6. So this is going to be a 4, making this one down here a 6 and a 4 here. Over here we now have a 4 and a 3. 4-2 pair here. We get a 4 here. So this is a 9 and a 4 here. 2 here, 4 here. Not a 2, so this becomes a 2. This one becomes a 7, a 6. What do we got left here? This looks like it's a 9. 6 and 4 to solve the puzzle for the day. Alright, that took me even 15 minutes. We will see if that was enough to get me past the time on my final reward on No Man's Sky, which I'm going to go play and make rewards available to others. I want to say thanks, everybody. I hope you had a good evening, a good day. We got Friday coming up, so lots of stuff to do all along the way. Have a good one. We will see you again tomorrow, I hope.